play a little song. It's gonna mute us, and then we're gonna start when we come back on.
I watched the ball drop in Times Square on the TV 10 years. I ain't just leave, man. Like, this stuff is real.
So it's Soapbox Heroes on Facebook. Add us, like us, share us. We debate, and we have a great time. So check us out this week.
And I don't even like to say nag, and I'm just keeping it 100. If you're going to act one way, I'm going to act one. It's like a cause and effect situation.
Now, a lot of people want to start a business with a great idea, and they don't have no cash. That's typically not going to happen.
That preliminary work, okay? Because I call that's the pre-finals, whatever. You ain't in the finals yet. So
y'all have to lie to make yourself seem like you're not a hoe. Everybody knows.
So many of our people are so lost.
Encourage them to build a support system.
But these women they're writing books. They're doing the work.
It is a cash cow for each separate
horrible approach. You know, to come at her and say, oh man, you know, you got a fat ass.
Think about the number of hours people spend looking at screens, looking at images of other people. It's shot up since the 1980s.
But you're calling her name behind her back for her choice.
Again, what are you? Let the people know what you are before we
Why do we have to go around life by default guilty until proven innocent? I mean, somebody has to be the bigger person, right?
Everybody else will say that it's not psychological. Just for me, it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
Now, what I want to talk about is kind of like a hate.
That are saying love yourself the way you naturally are. Your hair is beautiful. You can wear a wig. You can wear braids. You can wear whatever you want to wear. And I have a 3-year-old that I'm trying to teach that lesson to.
But I noticed the same thing. I think it play a big part.
So I have to open it up this way so I can open up the floodgates to the truth.
Soapbox Heroes got to start it right here to address this issue.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Don't leave. Let me say this. The views represented by the guests on the show are not a direct representation of Soapbox Heroes. With that being said, go ahead and grab your pen, paper, popcorn, whatever you need. Sit here for a while. Join in with us. Become a part of the show. This is Soapbox Heroes. We dive in and go deep. Let's go. How's it going, everybody? My name is Tyrone Irvin. This is Soapbox Heroes. I hope you are having a nice, wonderful, fruitful Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Today on the show, we're going to be talking about why do we do what we do. It's another battle of the sexes. It's men versus women. You know, so we're going to ask women questions that men want to know. We're going to ask the men some questions that women want to know. So I'm going to take a second, let everybody introduce themselves. We'll go ahead. We'll start with you, Taryn. Taryn, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Taryn, a.k.a. B.I. I'm a celebrity booking agent. You know, real ladies man. I know these women.
Real ladies man, you know these women? I'm sure they could.
Women,
all right.
They won't.
You know what? All right. We're going to see. Sade, you want to take a second and introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Sade, and I'm a normal girl from Houston, and I don't know these niggas. I'm trying to figure it out.
A normal girl from Houston, and you don't know. Okay, try to figure it out.
Just a regular girl, that's all.
All right, Dwayne, you want to take a second, introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Dwayne Finley, and I ain't no side dick. I'm not playing with these hoes.
So you refuse to be side dick. All right, Bobby, you want to take a second and introduce yourself real quick? Are you on mute? I think she muted herself.
First, you renamed yourself, hey, and muted.
You know what? First of all, we're not going to just talk about my technical difficulties. Okay, it happens.
Come on, Bobby.
But no, hi, I'm Bobby. I understand computers really well, right? No, but I'm an author from Houston and now a screenwriter, and I'm into character development, and so I pay a lot of attention to people. So I do understand these niggas.
Character development, what's that? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna mute you a little bit, BI, when you're not talking, because it's making a lot of noise in the background.
You're doing this. Darren, I'm gonna need you to sit down.
You said what?
You said what?
All right, no. Hold on. Let me jump back in. All right, what you say? I didn't hear you. What you say? Nothing.
I was saying I had muted you because we couldn't hear you because the background was loud. But Bobby, you good now. Bobby, what's character development? That mean if I got bad character, you can help me develop a good one?
No. That's me and my story writing. I mean, yeah, I could, because I'm have a high emotional IQ, so like, yeah, if you needed me to fix you. But no, what I mean, I spend a lot of time writing, and so I like my stories to be genuine, so I have to do a lot of people watching and understanding how people coexist together, so I can make sure when I write these interactions and I've developed these characters in my stories that they're relatable. So in doing that, I've gotten a pretty good grasp of like why people do the things that they do. A lot of sociology goes into this, right?
So you could read the guys already. You already know what's going on, in other words.
Yeah, in some.
You don't know me, nigga.
In some.
You don't know me.
Before anybody realized who you were, I was like, that's that nigga from the wood. I knew that. I saw that with my third. Like, who the fuck was that? What did I just do?
Third eye. All right, well, here, let's go ahead and get started. Hey, everybody, if you can, share a couple times. Go down there where it says share, hit the share button, and then invite 10, 20, 30 of your friends, all your friends. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just take a couple minutes and do it just because you love us. Even if you don't, just do it anyway. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the first question. The first question, it came from, and I'm asking questions right off of Facebook because I asked this question a couple minutes ago, and we have people asking questions. So we're going to ask the questions and get into it. The first question is from Tanisha Mosley Carr. And I'll start with you, BI. The question is, why do men be so mad when you file for child support and they don't help you before they file?
So the question you said, why do men be so mad when who filed for child support? When the women?
I guess so. I guess that's what she means. She said, yeah. She said, why do men be so mad when you file for child support and they didn't help you before they file? I'm just picking straight questions from the audience.
I mean, in that case, yeah, if they didn't help before they file, a man gonna be mad regardless whether he help or he don't. But these females, they don't tend to file because they need help. They tend to file because they want dick. So it's bigger than the kid. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I got 6 kids and I ain't got no child support. So like I tell people, good dick take you a long way.
And you're a single parent. Hey, anybody got any rebuttals? Anybody, you got something to say, Bobby G?
I feel like some of that is false. I hear what you're saying, and to an extent, I even agree. But no, that's not why niggas get filed against. Like, it's not because the dick is lame. It really is. It has a lot to do. Well, it could also just be being bitter, but sometimes dudes aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, so you file. And it's unfortunate. I think it's better if you can do it without the man all in your business, but I mean, that's what happens.
But women file because they ain't got no daddies.
That's not what. That's why.
I mean, what'd you say, Dwayne?
Yeah, women file that child support shit because they ain't got no daddy. If you was
Like
a real
daddy
one, you
issues?
call your daddy and knock on that nigga door. That's some real shit. Y'all out here calling a motherfucking man, putting niggas' child
You
life
mean
support
sugar
and shit in
daddies or
jeopardy.
like actual
Some
fathers?
bullshit. And I keep it 100. I ain't never had child support called on me. I'm a single dad. I was
It's
getting
probably the
child
new
support.
nigga at home.
You know what I mean?
It's probably the new nigga at home putting a bug in her hair.
Yeah, that nigga mad she ain't cooking. Word up. Some
Trying to get
bullshit.
some new songs.
What you think, Sade? What you got to say?
Dwayne's probably not getting child support because he has 10 kids, and when you reach the 10 kids limit, you don't get the child support. So
True
that's
story.
probably what it is for him.
You just like, what's the point of a $20 check?
And that's why he's not a side dick nigga anymore.
That's right. I got one. I'm looking.
This has been the main dick too much.
I do agree though. I feel like sometimes when the women do file, they're bitter because they want to be with the guy. Just speaking from experiences with my brothers, they both are on child support, and I think
Because they really ain't getting no money out of child support. That shit don't
Do
really
y'all got
make sense.
some tax on child support?
You probably get
You guys
more
have-
from the. You probably get more from not being on child support. I think.
Your answer got skipped, Bi.
Hey, more from me.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, I can't hear you guys, but we got a wide array of answers on that question. We're gonna talk about something a little bit different. We're gonna move on to Janice Lynn's question, and we'll start with you, Dwayne. Why do men pretend that they want one woman?
Wow.
On Facebook.
So you
For
can
social
fuck.
media.
Look.
For
so we
social
can keep
media.
right. You can keep fucking the same woman. Look, man, I keep it real. I'll say this. I think a lot of dudes will pretend they want one girl to get the girl. And I mean, that's just what niggas do. At the end of the day, if you had enough women and you kind of did your thing, you really do want one girl. It ain't hard to settle down with one woman and tell other chicks whatever. Like, if you got the chick that's really helping you push shit down, y'all got a plan together, nigga, family is what you trying to do and build, then, you know, a lot of niggas ain't tripping. I know, but I don't know, man. I ain't no fuck nigga, so it's a lot of niggas out there that's just, you know, they on that fuck shit.
Bi, why do men pretend to want one woman?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of reasons why we pretend to want one woman. Because it's just right. I mean, everybody wanna live right. Everybody wanna live right. But you know, behind closed doors, we living wrong. You know, but everybody wanna portray like they living right. You know, they got one woman. Even the pastor act like he got one woman. You know, but when he get off from preaching, you know what he doing.
Looking up skirts on the front row.
You can't speak for the pastors now.
I'm telling you, I know some pastors.
That's a whole nother soapbox show.
Yeah, that's a whole nother soapbox. Ladies, do you got anything to say about why you think that men pretend
y'all
that
seen
they
real
want to be with
preachers
one lady?
Are men pretending that they just want one woman? Is that a thing?
You don't think no man want just one woman?
No, is the question why do they pretend as though they do?
Yeah, that's the question. But I thought you were saying that you don't think it's even possible at all. Why
That's
do
not
you
what
think
I'm
men
saying. I
pretend
just
to want
don't
one
see.
woman?
I don't know men pretending to want one woman. Like, I see a lot of men blatantly, like, serial dating or are mostly committed to their gal. Like, I mean, are we just talking about cheating? Because then that's the question: why do men cheat? But like, I don't really see a lot of men pretending just to want one woman.
So you trying to tell me?
I mean, I don't really.
So you trying to tell me you've never been with a man that's like, oh baby, I just want to be with you, and on the side he got like 4 or 5 other women at the same time, not even just
so
one.
that thing. No, that thing. Well, no, that's just people being full of shit. Like you again, like Dwayne said, trying to get the girl, and so you tell somebody what they want to hear. But women, that's not a man thing. Women do the same thing. Like, that's hella fraud. If we're gonna act like women don't sit here and like have a strong mouthpiece and talk a nigga, you know, into a nigga's ear like he's just that nigga. Like your sex is the best or whatever else it is that we gotta say. Like that's the thing.
Wait, so go ahead, B.I.
I told you, good dick take you a long way.
Well, I guess, is that true? Is that true, Sade? You haven't said much. He's saying that good sex take you a long way.
I think it does, but then it could mess up relationships and friendships, and then you can, I don't know, it makes women crazy.
Get dickmatized.
Yeah, some. But for me,
That's
I just
right.
don't play. If I'm not gonna gas you or lead you on or anything like that. So for me, if you show me the first sign of being bullshit, then I'm gonna bounce.
I ain't gonna front. I'm a dick magician too. I've dickmatized a couple women, but it ain't like I need nothing from them. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why that whole side dick thing was a problem.
You just do some fuck shit for the hell of it. That's what that is.
Oh yeah. So for example,
I just like fucking up somebody's head. That's all.
I sure do. I like fucking things up. Like we ain't even gotta fuck on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that big to me. I ain't tripping. We can spend the night. Don't even gotta give me no pussy. Whatever. I've had enough of it. But what I am saying, if you decide to, don't start tripping on how I act after the fact. Like whatever. You wanted it that way. Women tend to put all of that shit into perspective on how they want to do it. Oh, I like this guy for that. I like this dude because he does that. And, sometimes it's the good dick. Sometimes you just hungry. Nigga gonna pick you up and take you where the fuck you want to go. I mean, I understand the game. I just ain't about playing that shit no more. I'm adulting out here. Fuck all that.
And to be clear, what is dickmatized? That's a new word. I've never heard dickmatized.
That's a lie.
How would I hear dickmatized? Ain't nobody said dickmatized to me.
Yeah, man.
For the past 20 damn years.
Come on, man. When you was on the west side, man, you had a whole nother vocabulary, bro. We're going to have to get you back out here, man. I don't understand. Come on.
And does adulting mean that you don't cheat anymore?
Oh, adulting is this.
Did y'all know each other?
If I'm dating a woman and we're dating, like right now, I'm dating a woman long distance. And for me, it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm out here, gotta slang my dick door shit. I'm grinding. I'm working. Like, real talk, I ain't got time for that shit. And I mean, some men are like, yeah, whatever.
Is that the term that I just heard?
Say that again?
You said sling your dick door? Is that?
Yeah, slinging my dick around, whatever.
Okay.
My point of it is, it's not about that anymore. At this age, the age I am, if I'm going to find somebody that's going to be down with me, she just got to know everything about me. It is what it is. I'm a ladies' man. Shit, it ain't hard for me to go find a woman that may like me or I like them. It ain't hard to do.
Basically, she has to know your thought.
Oh, is that, we calling names?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
She slid that one in there.
I saw all the shade real quick. Just
well,
damn.
You say you slanging it everywhere.
I'm not slanging it. I used to.
Spotting behavior.
You know what I mean? I used to be out here. I was a hoe with it on occasion. Why not? I was young and dumb, did what I did. I got responsibilities and shit to do. Nigga ain't got time to be sitting in no clinics and no dumb shit. Fuck all that.
Clinics.
Lord.
Man, I know a nigga that got burned through a condom, nigga.
That's rough.
That's what I'm trying to.
You gotta go ahead and turn your life around when that happens.
Man, that nigga still with her. She was that bad. I'm like, nigga, nope. No way. Nope.
That's too
no
much.
way.
Let me move on to the next question. Let me ask you this, Bobby. What's a gold digger? Like, what's the requirements of a gold digger? What would you consider a gold digger?
She better
I
be
hate
fine.
that term, but by, I guess, universal standards, a gold digger is a woman who seeks the attention of men solely for their money.
That's it. All right. What do you think, Sade?
Or for some sort of financial gain.
Wait, I gotta stop at my house and go grab it.
A gold digger?
Yeah.
A desperate woman who probably didn't have a decent upbringing.
Her daddy either. Yeah.
Ouch. Go ahead, Dwayne. What'd you say?
She don't know her daddy either. That's right.
Well, not necessarily
Gold
no,
digger.
but maybe she had a rough situation, or you never know. I don't know. I think I don't know, a lazy person, a lazy girl.
A lazy girl.
Any one of them chicks on the reality TV right now.
Guys can be gold diggers too, so not just the chicks.
Yeah, I would say it's a lazy person. It could be a gold digger, just a lazy motherfucker that just want it. You feel me? They just want it. They just want it given to them. It ain't about just gold digging. It's more like just a lazy motherfucker that want it.
All right, B.I., let me ask you a question with a little more detail. You start dating a woman and you guys been dating for about, let's say, 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, rent come and she say, hey, B.I., I need $1,200 for rent. Is she a gold digger? Do you give it to her, and is she gold digging if she needs that $1,200? But you like her. Y'all like each other.
Yes. It didn't happen to me a few times before, so, I mean, I felt she was. Hey, it's crazy because any female like you meet, I always got the same, like they always need something like 2 weeks later. I don't know why you meet a female and 2 weeks later, like one of her bills just automatically pop up, just cut off. I don't know. Maybe
always with an auto draft tip.
You say what?
What you say, Bobby?
You probably say, baby, yeah, I take care of my women. That's what it is. You putting it out there.
You put it out there that you might take care of them, B.I.?
No, I don't put it out there. Oh, that chicken sandwich. I don't put it out there that I'm gonna take care of him. I just, I'm the type of person that you can see it in me. Like I could tell that this nigga gonna take care of his girl. Right. So I get what you're saying. Like he kind of look like, but I ain't no trick. You know what I'm saying? I need it back. I definitely need it back. I got 6 kids. So I let him know. I got 6 kids.
You need it back in cash.
I got a lot of kids. You said what?
Ma'am.
You need it back in cash or in booty?
Thank you.
No, I got all that.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he's saying cash. He said he got 6 kids. I feel like no. Like what you talking about.
Bobby, if you're talking to a guy and after a couple weeks he come to you and say baby, hey, I'm a couple months later my car payment now, we really like each other, but I don't got it.
He ain't giving it to him.
Are you gonna give it to him?
I would say nigga be too. Nigga be too. We both just behind. Let's see whose shit gets repossessed first. I don't know what we gonna do out here.
So is he a gold digger?
God got us. God got us now. That's all that's gonna happen. But no, I'm not. I mean, because I have my own mouth to feed. No, it's not. 2 weeks is not enough time to be paying anybody's car note. It's really not. I think. I mean, not on like just a regular situation. So yeah,
What about 100? What if you just need $100? Like I just need 100, baby.
I don't have.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to the next city.
I would love to be blessed to be a blessing, but I'm not there yet in my life. And so at this time, no. But I'm also not asking anybody for $100.
No. So would I be a gold digger?
Which you're a scrub. Like, why are you asking me? We've known each other for 2 weeks.
So a scrub can't be a gold digger?
That's just, same thing. I think I call them scrubs. I identify them as scrubs.
Dwayne, is a scrub a gold digger?
Nah, nigga. I think that nigga's that's an op, nigga. He out to get that bread. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He ain't scrubbing. Nigga trying to get some money. He about to say and do whatever he got to.
Well, he ain't scrubbing.
Nah, man. Nigga, it's the niggas out here homeless and thirsty as fuck, nigga. Tell you, try to meet chicks, stay at their house, out the club and shit. Nigga, this nigga can get some dick. This nigga is moving in. You got to watch out, lady. Take no homeless nigga home.
All right. Look, the next question comes from Shanika Newman. Shanika says, why do guys run at the first sign of an argument, debate, or tension?
Whenever I take that one earlier.
Yeah. Whenever isn't your neutral, blissful state, you guys don't want to handle life at that point. You just check out. Why? She's saying, guys, why do you run when it get hard. When soon as the piece is over, soon as the I love you, baby, I love you too. Soon as that's over, she say that
The lovey-dovey stage, the first 3 months.
Yeah, she say the dudes is just pew. Soon as that's over.
That's because her pussy trash.
Oh. I don't think he meant that. Do men got commitment issues? That's what she asking. Otherwise, is there commitment issues when it gets tough?
Well, okay, I'll put it this way. The way she phrased the question, I would even advise my homegirl, if shit starts going bad right after you guys get comfortable with each other, you should run. You should get the fuck out of here. Why is it that you gave me your best representative of yourself, and then you talking about shit got hard? What got hard? What was happening in the discovery stage that I didn't know about that all of a sudden got too goddamn hard? I need more for that question.
Her other nigga got out of jail.
You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Something on the pussy trash. Nigga, what else?
Oh my goodness.
I
agree with Dwayne. Why does it have to get hard? What's hard?
So you saying there's a representative, Shanika? I'm not agreeing with the whole trash. Like I say at the beginning in the thing, whatever with the guest say, it's not a reflection. Hey, I just asked the questions. Shanika, you are free to say whatever you want to him in his inbox or whatever he does himself that whole.
That's all right.
It's all right. Now,
it's all right.
Now go ahead.
But I would say that question sounds very specific. And if she's serious about the question, I would really tell her, let's get into detail about it. Let's talk about it. Because that sounds very specific about when things get rough. What got rough? Why did the guy run? What was he like before that? You know what I'm saying? Did he have some tendencies? Did he have some issues? Does he have things in his family that he's running from? Was it already some things that he was already upset about? Did he drink a lot? Was he smoking? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that we would need to know before I could even answer that question. Well, so I just surmised somebody sex wasn't good.
Well, if you're still watching, Shanika, you want to add some more detail, If you're not mad at him talking about your parts that are, I'm sure blissful.
The pussy garbage.
Bobby, you say you know everything about men. Why do men run after the blissful stage?
I think depending on, so if he is running, that tells you basically that he's not serious about you, that all he was looking for was the fun part of the relationship, and so you were a good time, and then you stopped being a good time. If he was actually looking for a commitment with you, he would be committed to you. Now, that's not to say that you can just argue about whatever you want to argue about, because I don't think any man is for that. Oh, my phone just fell over.
Unfold it.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best. I don't know what you guys, like, where y'all went. Y'all still see me? Boom. Okay.
Yeah, that means you wasn't telling the truth.
Tell nothing but the truth. I tell no lies. Yeah, so that's not, I don't think any man is for what I call the foolery. So if you're arguing just to see, if you're challenging him just for the sake of challenging him, they're not going to participate in it. I think men being logical creatures, they have to be able to reconcile why this argument is happening. And so if you're just having a bad day and you're like, why you left the fucking microwave on high? Fuck you. Like, that's not an argument that they're going to participate in. If they actually are running from your feelings, though, something of substance, something that's valid, then yeah, the guy basically just wasn't that into you.
I like
to
how
begin
you
with.
put that, Bobby. It said that. Would you say that again? If you're attacking him with something of substance, what'd you say?
Yeah, so if your feelings are valid and he actually cares about you, he's going to participate in that. He wants to men like to reconcile stuff. They want to solve, they're problem solvers.
Participate. Yeah.
They want to, they want to, they're problem solvers. They want to fix it. If he cares about you, he doesn't want you to be hurt.
Yeah.
And so he's not going to run from it.
Piggyback that. I dated once that got mad I didn't open a door for her at 2 a.m. at a 7-Eleven. And I normally open doors for her all the time. So it's just kind of like, what the fuck? I thought you was gonna sit in the car. But I mean, that went to be an argument on and on and on. It was so petty. Like, what in the fuck? Like, literally, I just at one point I was like, fuck it, we done.
Yeah, I want to advise women to not start petty arguments just to see what he will do. Don't challenge a man just on some what if analysis. Like if it's an actual problem, present it, but don't create problems just so you can see how he works under pressure.
Is that what that is? It's a
I think
test?
Actually do that?
Yeah, people actually. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing from a lot of people.
I agree.
Kind of. Let's see. Like, what is that show? What would you do? Like, I see, and I don't think it's something a lot of women admit to, but I have actively watched a woman try her man. I've watched women set them up, like create fake accounts to see if you would cheat, if you would respond to this woman. Don't do stuff like that. Don't create a fake profile to see if you would flirt with the fake woman you engineered. Like, just don't create issues. Life happens as it happens.
Women gonna create some issues.
Why do women create issues, B.I.? Why did you say that?
That's in their heritage. That's just what they do. See, the thing is, guys and females is on two different pages. So when a guy meet a girl, we talk about running off. Well, we never want to run with you. You know, we were just trying to have fun. Females get attached too quick. They get attached too quick. And that's just in the female's nature. They gonna get attached. They get lovey-dovey. We niggas, so we like nigga. We not thinking about all this long term. We think day by day. That's just how niggas think. A female, the day you hit, she thinking about marriage. That's just how females are. You know, I mean, most of them. There's some females that be on their money and they don't give a fuck. They just on that. That's just their mentality though. But a woman, yeah, and a nigga, yeah, they're just seeing two different. They're not seeing the eye to eye when they meet. You know, a guy, I ain't gonna lie, I'm coming in there just to hit, have some fun, take you out. Yes, we're gonna have some fun, but a female, she's not thinking like that. She doesn't give her body up for a guy just to hit. She's thinking long term, let's be together. So yeah, 3 months down the road, he gonna find something real petty and he gonna shake. He already been ready. He already been waiting to shake, you know? So, the first day you know you leave that back door open or something, you know you didn't put the ketchup up, he gonna go crazy, and then we out. That's just how we are. I didn't write the book, I just read it.
Sade, is that true? Do women always go into relationships looking for a long-term commitment?
I think it depends on where the woman is in her life. Like, if she's just recently out of a breakup or something, maybe she just want to have fun. But if she's, ready to settle down, then I think you all need to have that conversation. And me personally, I always have the conversation. Like, what are you looking for? But
you ready to settle down, Sade?
If you like the person, I think you would start, wanting that. So I don't know. It's hard to keep your feelings out of things, but you have to learn to do that.
Is it
Females have to learn how to do that. Guys, we don't have feelings. We don't have feelings. We just go. Females gotta learn how to.
You niggas get jealous. Don't even lie.
I mean, the only way a nigga gonna get jealous is if the homie hitting the pussy. That's it. Any other thing, a nigga he ain't tripping.
Oh, okay.
Is that true?
The only way a guy gonna get mad is if his homie. A guy don't really trip. We don't trip off of stuff like that unless the homie hitting.
Is that true? Oh, it's a Bobby G left. Dwayne
out of here too. It's just me and Sade.
They'll be back. Sade, is that true? Do women always get attached? Is there always feelings when it come to the women?
I would have to say so, yes, eventually. Maybe, we can say in the beginning that we, just want friendship, but eventually we do form feelings for people. Because it's just in our nature. Like, I think Dwayne may have said that. It's just naturally in our nature to be compassionate people. So we do care and we love and we start to grow those feelings, but
exactly.
I think I don't know. I told you I don't know these niggas out here, man. It's these new generation people. I don't know.
The new generation, you don't know.
Like
new niggas.
Let's see. Myron, are you there?
Oh, what's up, man? That's my uncle.
We got Myron here, but he can't hear us.
That's my hey, Mega, that's my
Hey, what's
uncle,
up,
man.
what's
He
up?
don't know women.
What's up, Myron?
What's up?
You know women?
No, he don't know women.
Man, I know enough. I need to know. That's for sure.
You know enough. Are women better cheaters than men?
Oh
Man,
hell yeah.
I mean that depends if you're trying to hide a shit. I mean, women are better hiders than men. Yeah.
Who got the background
Bobby, you ever
noise?
cheated on a man? Ladies, y'all ever cheated on a man? Sade, Bobby?
Bobby, are women better cheaters than
Oh,
men?
absolutely. Men are stupid cheaters. Y'all make the worst mistakes, and women have just women's intuition off top. I think women are like always have their antennas up and let their guard down at dumbass times. Like while you're cheating is never a good. Like you should always be guarded, and then y'all make a lot of obvious mistakes, and so yeah, men are terrible cheaters. Women only get caught when they want to get caught.
How do men make it obvious, Bobby? What do we do to make it obvious?
Men do things like change. You have the audacity to change your routine.
Exactly.
You have the audacity to have less money in your account than before. It doesn't even matter if you share an account. And so we went from you paying for every day to you being like, "What shit? How come you don't get it sometime?" Like we've never had that conversation before. Why the fuck are we having it right now that I don't pay for movie dates? Or sometimes like you just change shit up and you somehow don't realize you're doing it abruptly, but it abruptly happens. And so not even like on some new cologne, lipstick on the collar type stuff, just your patterns. You were creatures of habit and this new person. So for all the times that you miraculously care about how in shape you are, and you never have before, things like that, you make somebody pay attention to you, and then you get sloppier and sloppier as it progresses. You should get more and more comfortable. While women don't change anything up, and it's messed up. But a woman can literally have had her side dude and bed with her 3 hours prior to you coming home, and you would never fucking know. Straight face, she would kiss on you and everything. You would never fucking know.
Is that true, Sade?
I agree, because women are more into detail. We pay attention to the small things, and guys don't. So again, the routine switches up. We notice those things, and like she said, women are good at cheating. But I've never been a cheater.
Where you learn that from?
You've never been a cheater.
Never been a cheater.
Hey, Bi, why do you think women hide things better?
They just do, man. Like it's in their nature. Guys, we don't care about things like that. Females, they notice everything, man. You can't turn your phone over. You can't do nothing.
You care, no, you're just not good at it. You care about it. You're just not good at it.
Yeah, guys, we just don't care. We're not good at that type of stuff. We don't care, Hey, our girl could probably just come straight home from getting knocked down. First thing we gonna say, was it hot outside? We're not gonna say. We're not even gonna think she was cheating. That's just not how we are. For one thing, it's different because we know women don't cheat like men. A woman will cheat, and it's over. The whole relationship is done. But a man can cheat 10 times. Get what I'm saying? Like, a woman is not supposed to give it away. But a man, I don't know. I didn't write the book. I just read it. And it just happens in society. It's like, if a woman cheats, it's fucking over. Like, everything, the world is done. But a man, he gonna cheat about 10, 15 times, slap you, all that.
No, but I do have that question. Why is that a thing? So you could have had a baby by somebody. You could have, she knew that she went down on this other chick. It was multiple women. She caught something. All of that could happen. And you find out she kind of put the tip of it in her mouth almost, but changed her mind and decided to go home and talk about it. And you're like, no, fuck nah. Why is that? Why do you not tolerate?
Hey, from the man's point of view, we can't change thinking about what position our girl was in. You know, it's just like you came home with a new sex position. You know that your man. If y'all been fucking for 2 years, you came home with a new sex position, that will fuck his head up. You didn't learn that in yoga. I don't know.
But she's saying it's in a double standard. How come a man can cheat and the woman's supposed to stay and be okay with it, but a woman can't cheat and without it being over? And earlier you said that men don't care.
Men don't care. Like, it's just in our nature. We don't even think. See, and the thing about men, it's not we don't care. We love our man. We have fun. It might be just a you know, right at the time of the moment type thing. Like, we not, like I said, we can have sex with a female and that's it. We don't want her to call again. A female's gonna call you again. She's gonna call you. She wants round 2. You know, most men, we cool round 1 and that's it. We just cool with that, you know, that statistic. You feel me? I got another one. I got another body count. That's how we look.
Oh man. Anybody else got something they want to add to that? You got something, Myron?
Hey man, I'm just listening right now. I mean, you guys going into some deep shit, but yeah, I feel like if a man is ready for commitment, all that, and a man and a woman do that, you know, they come together at some point. Just like B.I. was saying, you know, I mean, if you're in a relationship, that's what you got to do. But if you don't want to be in a relationship, then it is what it is.
All right. Well, when are men ready for relationships?
When they tired of the bullshit. I mean, it really depends on the man. It really depends on the man, though.
All right.
If they work, you know, if they got kids, if they want their kids to grow up in a lovely family and not all this hustle and bustle and shit. I mean, yeah, they probably want to settle down.
All right, I can dig it. Bobby, Deborah Hardy says, when a woman cheats, it's at the point it's over anyway. Is that true that a woman only cheats when it's over, when she can't take it no more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
The woman, by the time she's looking for your replacement, pretty much, and she's decided to replace you. And so it may not be the most convenient time to break up. Like if y'all's lease still has another 6 months to it or whatever it is, you know, but she's out emotionally, first of all. That she checked out emotionally way before she checked out physically.
Sade, women don't ever cheat just because they want to be with somebody else? Is it always because of some type of, they're done completely? They never want a cheeseburger instead of a ham sandwich? Or for money?
What about money?
I mean, they
or for money.
They want the ham sandwich.
They look at the ham sandwich and the cheeseburger or whatever, but I don't think they'll cheat because, like Bobby said, we're emotionally attached. But whenever those emotions are out the door, then you know we're probably gonna look somewhere else or cheat. But I don't think so. Not if you're in a good relationship.
So if a woman is never, well, the majority of women, you would
she's
say.
Not in a relationship.
Okay. So
like when you don't want to be committed, you don't get yourself in a relationship. But if a woman has already decided to commit to this person, you're pretty freaking committed until you decide that it's not worth it anymore.
All right, B.I., I'm gonna ask you then, why would a man that's in a relationship with a woman cheat and still be emotionally attached then? Because the women say they only cheat when it's over. How come a man to cheat but he don't really want it to be over?
Because he got put in jail.
You on mute, B.I.? You muted yourself.
Myron said because he got put in jail.
No, I'm just joking. I mean, that's just one of his jokes. But I can't answer for the brother. I mean, that's my nephew, but yeah.
We can't hear you, B.I. You muted yourself.
You still can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, man. Man, that's crazy. You said that, man. That's crazy about guys, man. We'll cheat though, but we do love that baby. It's like we was raised by our mama. You feel me? Like that's our mama. Like we, no matter what we do, we gonna run back. You know?
What?
You a little contradictory.
It's just how men was raised. It was like we raised as mama boys. You get what I'm saying? So your girl is like, yo, no matter what you do, bro, hey Mega, you can run all the way across this world, Mega, but you gonna run back to mom's if you need something. Just how it is, bro.
Okay, so the question is though, how come a man to cheat, but he don't really want his girl to go nowhere, but a man to get mad if the girl cheat? You saying it's because men are raised by their mamas?
Nigga, that's exactly what I'm saying.
What you laughing at, Byron? What you think?
I mean, that has nothing to do with your mama, but it has something to do with that female you're talking about. So, I mean, you know, with situations I had, I'm not gonna put my my feelings on the spot there, but I mean, I go back sometimes too, just because we didn't work out and because we bumped heads for the wrong reasons. So, I mean, there was probably something there. So that's why niggas go back.
No, but the question is, why would a man cheat knowing that he don't want his relationship with his current girl to go? Like you in a committed relationship. You don't want to break up your relationship. Why would a man still cheat? Y'all ain't gonna run away from that. Why would a man still cheat knowing that he's in a relationship?
That question kind of, I feel what you're saying. Hey, that's like saying, why would you go rob a bank if you don't want to go to jail? Like, nigga, because I want the $1 million, nigga. I want the pussy. Like, I feel what you're saying. We don't even think. You feel me? We don't think when we doing some shit like that. We don't think, nigga. If a bad bitch come by right now, I know I got my wife right here, but I'm gonna look. I want to smack that ass. I want to see what. I just want to try it.
Well, okay. So the question is, why? Because Sade and Bobby both said that for a woman, it's emotional. So how come for a man?
No, because it's not emotional. It's not emotional for a man. That's the answer.
But why?
It's not. It's literally just the act of sex.
All right. So let me ask you this then, Bobby. Are men meant to be monogamous? Do you think that a man is born and when he come out, he's monogamous?
I don't believe in monogamy, and that's not to say I just have I stay cuffed. Like I believe in committed relationships. For me, it's a personal choice, and I think monogamy is a personal choice. It's not a natural occurrence. It's a socialized condition, and so you can actively choose to be monogamous, but it is not something that is necessarily going to naturally occur to you, and so it doesn't miss me. And it's not to say that I condone it, because what's messed up about cheating is the betrayal to the other person. And so what's messed up is that you are not able to be upfront and say, hey, I'm kind of looking over here. I'm interested in this other thing. It's the lies that are attached to cheating. The lies, that are attached to the sex that hurt so much. But no, just as far as sex goes, no, I don't believe that people are necessarily born monogamous. We're a monogamous species.
So you don't think men or women are born monogamous?
No, I think with women, because this is the part that I think that I butt heads with a lot of people. I think especially women. I also don't subscribe to this idea that whatever. So women, it's called the hoe phase, right? Like I hear that. I think ever since Insecure, we accept that women can have a hotation, right? That I argue that women don't actually enjoy just having man after man after man. Again, there's exceptions to the rule, but generally, you would like to have a singular person. You would like to attach yourself to someone. Because it's different penetrating someone and then getting penetrated. And so this whole thing this idea that you can like, oh no, I fucked him, he ain't fucked me. That's not what happened. we women get penetrated, and there's something very it's invasive. It's literally invasive, and so but men being in that more dominating position, I guess, lack of a better word, it's happening. That act for them is more in a sense. And again, I know it's contrary opinion, or unpopular opinion, but I also don't. It's not as easy for a woman to go out and just smash like that, like it is for men. It gets very detached, and that's not me being judgmental of men. I think that's just kind of the science of it.
All right, Sade, what do you think? Do you think that men or human beings in general, do you think that human beings are born to be monogamous? You think when a baby comes out that a baby comes out already meant to be with one person?
No, I don't think so. I think it's your upbringing and what you see, because a lot of what you see when you're growing up is what you repeat. So if you grow up in a household where your parents are married, or you have a 2-parent home, then you're pretty much gonna want to do the same thing. But if you don't, and you see it, and you're influenced by the outside, then I really don't think it's something that you could be born with. It's something that's taught.
So monogamy is something that's taught?
I think so.
What do you think, Bi?
I believe exactly what she said. It's something. It's you got to be raised into that. If your mom and your parents, if your parents were separated, you're gonna probably be separated too. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no structure in your household. It depends how it all happened. Did you grow up with watching your parents, your mom fighting, slapping each other, or did they just get divorced? It's like it's different ways, but no, you're not born. There's no way you could just be born faithful. No.
So a baby's not born, just want to be with one man or one woman?
No, heck no, man.
Myron, you ever seen what's that, Tim the Two Man Taylor? You know how Mr. Wilson, nobody can ever see who he was?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's you right now, Mr. Wilson.
That's all right. That's all right.
Hey, what do you think? Do you think people are just? You think a person could be born monogamous?
No, I actually agree with both of their comments that it is an upbringing, because just respecting a woman, a man teaches that, and if you want a perfect relationship, I mean, you got to either agree what you're trying to get to, or in a relationship, you got to agree and just take sacrifices. But yeah, you're not going to have someone cheating on you all the time. I mean, that's the difference between a man being a boy, though. So, or a man being your husband. So that's just how I feel. I mean, I go through the same thing, with baby mama, and sometimes I want to just fuck the shit out of her, just because. Sometimes I fucking just want to hate fuck her. Sometimes, I don't know.
Damn, Mr. Wilson.
That's what he's been going through this whole time.
Oh no, hold on. It doesn't get that deep, but usually,
that was deep, Mr. Wilson.
I mean, come on. I got a girl, and sometimes my baby mama, I'm paying child support. And, sometimes things are bad and can't see your daughter and things like that. I mean, shit adds up. So sometimes you just want to call and say fuck you, or just try to fuck.
All right, Byron. Again, Mr. Wilson, aka Tim the Two Man Taylor Show. Well, let me ask you guys a question, Sade. Everybody pretty much said that a person isn't born monogamous. Well, if a person isn't born monogamous, then why do everybody get mad that when somebody cheats? And BI, don't shoot nobody with that.
I'm about to have fun in Houston.
Okay, so was that question for me?
Yeah.
Okay, one more time.
If everybody believes that a kid or a person can't be born monogamous, why does everybody get mad when their partner cheats?
Like I said,
because you feel like you've been cheated on.
You're taught taught to, you're taught to have relationships with people, even with friendships. If you do something to betray someone, they're going to be upset about it. So if you decide to be with this person and you know what it is to be in a relationship, that you're exclusive, and if they step outside of that,
I
you're going to
don't
be
know about
upset.
that though, because you can have an open
I think.
relationship and you can be
Hey, I
honest
get what she's
about
saying.
that.
Like everybody was. I get what she's saying. Like everybody was raised to be loyal. I think everybody does raise their child to be loyal, to
Yeah.
be respectful, to be honest. Now, whether you go down the road and you start being a cheater and getting off
That's
kicking it with
kind
the
of
wrong
a personal
crowd,
decision.
but I think everybody, and okay, so let me take my thing back. Yes, we are brought up to be monogamous, or yes, because we are brought up to honor and yes, but you get to that little 8-year-old or 10-year-old age, and you got the homie up the street, and it just, I don't know why it's just society, but yeah, we are brought up to, to be loyal to one another and show our other respect, and like she said, it all made sense because. Like your friend, like she said about your friends, man, those are your biggest people that you grew up with. Like you expect them to be loyal to you and trust you, and not even if they go do something, not having sex with your girl, but just do anything to betray you. It's over. You tell me it's over. Like maybe you done have some homies that probably just did some one thing, and you like, nigga, it's over, nigga. Like I'm done. Like I thought we was homies.
But that's what it is. Like I was saying, it's the pain is in the betrayal, not necessarily the sexual act. And so people get upset when their mate does not remain monogamous because of that agreement. There was a prior contract, if you will, that this is an exclusive relationship. There will be less hurt feelings if people would be more forthcoming about their expectations and about their current condition. And so you can start out a relationship thinking that, yeah, I'm going to remain committed. And then something happens and you decide, hey, I don't really want to be committed. That conversation never happens in relationships because you're afraid of the risk factor. You're afraid of what you're going to lose. If you have that, if before you anything even goes down, you're afraid to say, hey, sometimes I look at other women, because most likely it's not going to go well. I think people have unrealistic expectations for the relationship. Actually evaluate the situation that they're in, the person that they're with. I think it's ridiculous when a woman that was once a side chick becomes the main chick and then seems surprised when that dude continues to cheat, like she was the one that was going to stop his promiscuous behavior. So I think it's from unreal expectations, and it's from lack of communication and people not being honest about their conviction and their viewpoints.
Yeah. All right. You got something you want to add, B.I.?
No, I feel that. Yeah, that's right. I think he pinpointed that.
She laser pinpoint on target.
On target, yeah.
And then it sucks to be lied to. It like they were saying, even if it's your friend, the betrayal hurts. Nobody wants to be lied to. It's like you could have just said something. Why didn't you tell me, that you needed this money? Why did you have to steal from me? So it's not that I'm missing. It's not that it hurt. It's not that like, oh, I'm really paying over $500. You may be, but the real part of it is that I can't trust you anymore because I know that you will do something behind my back. You will not do. I can't.
You can't what? You just muted yourself.
No, I didn't. It must be my connection. Oh, because a call was coming through. That's why. That's what happened. But no, it's that it's knowing that you can't trust a person, that you always got to look over your shoulder. That's the part. That's why people trip when monogamy is broken, when somebody is not staying faithful. It's not just a sexual act. It's knowing that, hey, you will do something behind my back. And I don't know if it stops here.
What else you do? Yep, what else you gonna do? Nigga, you know all my deepest secrets. You know everything about me. You know my schedule. You know how I get my money. And you didn't cheat on me. Now I feel like you just finna just go give it all up. You might as well just let a nigga come in and rob me.
Yeah, I'm saying, can a nigga come in the house? Can, they gonna show up to my job?
Yeah,
like, I don't know what your standards are now.
So you don't know where the standards are no more. All right, I got another question. Clifford Simmons says, and I guess I'll ask you, Sade. He says, why are you guys so hard on black men?
No, I'm not. I love black men. You
You
ask
said why
anybody,
you
I'm
guys so
definitely
hard
not
on
hard on
black
black
men?
men. Go ahead, Sade. That's you.
I love black men.
They
That's
want
the
us to
only
be
man I'm
great.
gonna marry. I'm only gonna marry a black man. I love him, and we're not
For sure, I
hard.
love
We
you
just want you
too.
to do better.
You say
I
what?
feel
You're
you.
not hard. You just want me to
Y'all
do
to love
better.
us. We want y'all to love us and to do better. That's all.
I do.
Would you say? Would you say, Bi?
I said I do.
You do?
I do love you.
Why do y'all marry outside of the race? Why don't y'all marry black women?
What? I don't think my mama allow that.
Hey, they don't consider light-skinned females black women though. Remember that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of this. You guys all talking about a whole nother subject. We might have to come back for that one.
That's all. That's a whole other soapbox right there. Because
That's
I think that's just put a pin in that, because I think that's an interesting conversation. How it's like who's invited to the barbecue, because sometimes light skinned people aren't, but then we also get upset if light skinned people don't is black. So it's like, wait, are black men allowed to date high yellow sisters? Are they still sisters? Like, what happened? But that's
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. What light skin, dark skin? What do you guys?
Why Tyrone never know what's happening in his show?
Yeah, well, because light skin, dark skin, they are people to me. So I don't know.
People.
But look, we're gonna end it like this. I'm gonna go around.
Thing.
We're gonna end it like this. I'm gonna go around, and if anybody has a question that they would like to ask the opposite sex, feel free to ask them, and we'll end it like that. So take 10 seconds.
Okay, what do I want to say?
All right, that's about 10 seconds. Mr. Wilson, Mr. Myron, is there anything that you want to ask a woman if you just sitting and you be like, I wonder why women do this? What would you ask?
Man, I wonder why women keep my kids from me while I'm paying child support. I can't fucking deal with them no more.
Byron, you missed the child support show. Last week we did a child support show. We talked about child support for 3 hours.
I missed the show, but yeah, I gotta look that up then.
He living it. He really living that.
No, for real, but
I gotta look that up.
Well, I don't know if your question can get answered if Bobby G or Sade can answer your question. That sounds like something personal.
Another question. Why do females always asking for money if they got money?
Ladies,
that's not a woman. You asking a people person in general.
Hold on, I gotta put my earphones.
Why are women always asking for money if they have money?
Yeah.
Bobby.
Well, no. One, it's. I mean, I guess I'm into gender roles, and I don't know much about what tradition.
Nigga's a sucker, huh? That's
no, because I also, as I said earlier, I'm not coming 2 weeks in anybody's pocket. I really don't stay in anybody's pocket. That's not me. That's my own personal daddy issues.
What about 3 months?
But no, I think depends what has transpired in 3 months. But I will say that I have an expectation for who I'm in a committed relationship with. I'm very much domesticated. I'm, super mom, and I cook and I clean. I serve my man his plate. I don't like him to make his own plate. I make sure that the house is always clean. The kids are always quiet. There's always a hot meal. I'm that type of chick. On top of that, I work. So, but I do, so with all the work I put in, I do expect to be compensated. Usually, men find it easier to compensate financially, though. But like I said, that's in the context of my committed relationship. What I've learned about this whole money thing. Oh, Tyrone's just gonna be at the beach right now.
No, go ahead.
I'm just listening. I'm chilling. I'm just having a drink.
I've learned about this money thing.
I missed last week.
What I've learned about this money thing, I even had an answer for your last question, but what I've learned about money thing is like to each his own. Like I no longer tell men or women how their relationship should go. you just need to have the conversation of what your standard is and what's important to you. For me, I do expect the man to be a provider, but I also know what I bring to the table. But that's me and mine. I no longer insist that other people follow this certain guideline. But yeah, the women that are looking for men to pay things, it's not necessarily that they don't have money, but they do expect you to be a provider. If you don't want to be that dude, then don't talk to that one woman. Like, it's simple as that. Because some men also follow that.
It's not about being a provider.
Go to tell her, Mr. Wilson. Tell her, Byron, what is it about?
Man, I mean, because you're already a provider. So, I mean, you provided for yourself. You provided for your kids. I mean, you're not going to provide for somebody else that's already providing for themselves. So, I mean, a female should never.
But if you're coming together, that's again. So I'm not. You and I would not work, and I'm not saying that you're wrong.
I'm just talking about that 2-week thing. You know what I mean? Why?
Oh yeah, see that I also think it's silly.
Huh?
Well, it's not even that it's silly. That right there, it's not that it's complicated, but again, people are so.
No, I got it.
Fraud.
Yeah, I got it.
People are so fraud, and so it's like I would be able to respect the 2-week thing, but people do it for the wrong reasons.
You say guys ask money just as much as females do?
Would I say guys ask for money just as much as females do?
In the first 2 weeks.
Good question,
I
Mr.
feel like
Wilson.
it depends on the type. I feel like it depends on the type of man. I don't know on the type of
I'm
person.
just talking about in the percentage, you know, just trying to get with somebody, or I don't know what.
Where are y'all meeting these people who are asking for money? Because that's never happened.
That's what I'm saying. Who's asking for money left or right?
Sade, so you never get with a guy, and after 2 weeks, he like, say, baby, I'm a little short. Can you pay for dinner? That'll never happen.
I'm gonna leave that text message on red. And no, I'm not gonna. No, I wouldn't be in that type of situation. But I have went out with a dude who was like, we're gonna pay for our own food on this date because it's not a date because I didn't pick you up.
Okay. All right.
And I honestly think he knew he wasn't gonna get a second date, so that's probably why.
Because he didn't pick you up. That's the rule. If you don't pick somebody up, if a guy don't pick you up, he don't gotta pay.
Yeah, that's not a date.
I feel like that's what messes things up for a lot of women. The women that do literally go on dates just so they can get some free stuff. Like, so working behind the bar, I hear women all the time, oh, I'm about to flirt with this nigga over here so I don't have to pay for my drink. I'm like,
that's the first two weeks, though.
That's the thing that you can do. But like, and so those women, and I'm not judging anybody, I'm really not. Those women though mess up the whole,
so are you saying the
logic behind? Pardon the what? Yeah, the courting process for the women because it's not an unreasonable expectation for a man to be the provider, but when you have so many thirst buckets just looking for this, for the come up, it's hard to state your case. It's hard to be like, well, hey, I do think it shouldn't be 50-50 that you need to be doing more, because a man is always ready to accuse you of just wanting you to just wanting him to buy shit for the sake of buying shit. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, it's a lot. I mean, the same way that a lot of fuck niggas mess it up for the good guys, a lot of fuck girls mess it up for the good girls. Like, so we have the right intentions, but everybody's just damn paranoid now.
All right. Hold on. And then I got a message from Sade saying she got to go soon. Go ahead, Sade. Were you about to say something?
My question is to the guys: do they do online dating, and what do they think about it?
No, and hell no.
No,
not even
we don't do online dating.
Do you do the online dating for dating or to find somebody to sleep with that night?
Said, do we do online dating for what? I don't do it at all.
Okay.
I don't swipe left or right.
What about you, Mr. Wilson?
Why?
I got a zero tolerance for tricking.
So if you online date, you a trick?
You niggas was a trick.
Are you a trick if you online date, Mr. Wilson?
That's a little hard to say because I met my girl online. So.
So you met your girl online? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you tricking, Mr. Wilson?
What?
So B.I. says if you online date, you a trick. Are you a trick, Mr. Wilson?
Nah. I mean, we're engaged right now, so that's okay.
All right. What do you think? What do you think about online dating, Bobby?
Congratulations. I'm not. It's 2018. I'm not against it. I don't see why. I mean, we do everything else online. I don't see why online dating is weird at this point. I understand 15 or so years ago it's creepy, but not in today's age. You meet people online.
Are guys that you meet online, do you consider them trick? Well, go ahead.
I like to see a chick in person. I like to see a chick in person. It's nothing like seeing a chick walk past you and you grab her and say, "What's up, baby? How you doing?" You know what I'm saying?
Why you grabbing chicks? Stop that.
Grab her, stop on her butt. I might do anything. I might whisper in her ear. Feel me? I'm just a ratchet nigga, but I'm just saying for me personally, I don't.
You're ratchet. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're ratchet, like Dwayne.
Ratchet. I got 2 T's at the end of that motherfucker.
He done got to make you split the bill on the date.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do in the first 2 weeks.
He got to go to the bathroom.
No, that's cheap.
He
Ratchet
gotta
is
walk
I'm
out
gonna
on the whole damn tab.
No. See what it is ratchet. It means I'm gonna pay, but we're gonna go home and fuck. A trick means you feel me? I feel what you're saying though, but no, I'm ratchet. I'm gonna pay for it. Get me wrong, but I expected it.
What? I expect. But how much did you spend on dinner on this date that you expect head?
I don't know, Cheesecake Factory, $60.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, cheesecake? That's like 18th birthday dinner, like where you go for your 18th birthday.
Hey, Mega, females are not grateful, bro. That's what you gotta see how grateful they are.
You need to let her pick the place. Why you gotta pick it?
I gotta see the roof, Chris.
What
you got? Roof, Chris, crustaceans.
Because he got a cousin. He got a cousin that work at Cheesecake Factory. That's why it's a Cheesecake Factory. Yeah,
he gonna hook us up with a piece of cheesecake.
Oh man. All right.
Might do a run out.
Oh man, so hey BI, I don't know. You do a run out, that might not work too good for you. Bobby, if you could ask a question, I don't know if you have a question. I asked you before we started if you had any questions.
I just invented one. I got one. I'm ready.
What's your question that you would ask a man and that you would want complete, total honesty, Mr. Wilson and BI? You got to be honest with your answers. Go ahead.
So if you knew for a fact that your woman, prior to meeting you, has slept with just as many women as you have, would you be comfortable with that knowledge and with that number?
Nigga, hell yeah.
Good question.
Double hell yeah. I don't condone nothing. Hey, whatever you did in your past, that's what you did. Stop that shit once we got together. Because I know I got some bodies. You feel me? So if you got some bodies, we grown now. I'm 33 years old, so I expect you to have some bodies. I expect that shit to be broken in. You feel me? That's just how I feel.
Broken in, huh?
Oh, shit.
I'm different from everybody. That's me.
Mr. Wilson, you got something you want to say?
That nigga.
I don't even ask, to be honest with you, because I don't even know. I don't even want to know.
I don't want to know. Please don't tell me.
She really ain't going to tell me, though, because... But she going to ask me, though. She going to always ask me.
She going to always ask you what?
She going to always ask me how many people I slept with.
So you don't ask because you don't want to answer?
Pretty much because...
ask me that question.
All right, look, Mr. Wilson, I can't let you get out the answer. What if you found it written on a little piece of paper? She wrote it and left it on the drawer on accident. and you found out that your body count was somewhere near the same.
If she decided to do that, I've decided to do that in my life too. Is take count at some point. So I mean, I can't really fault her for where she's been at. I mean, but as long as she's real, and you know, if we're together, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't. It shouldn't matter.
So
I mean,
you
it's gonna
say
matter, but just make sure you ain't.
I think it only matters to some people. Like it's a fine line to it. Don't matter. It matter if she gave the pussy to one of the homies. Now you could have fucked. You could have fucked.
that's for
Hey,
sure.
you could have fucked everybody in the world. But if I know you gave the pussy to one of the homies, it's kind of like, okay, now you gotta see which homie you gave the pussy to. How did you get a pussy to him? Was it just chill? Was
You
y'all
just
in
played me for a
love?
motherfucking fool.
Wait, you said how did you give it to him? So does that matter?
It's levels to it.
Oh yeah, that
Well,
matters.
does that matter? You said how. You said, does that matter? Because you said how she gave it to him. So if you find out that it was some real basic drop, like it was nothing, but it was a homie, but straight missionary, nothing.
Yeah, you didn't even make my girl come, nigga. Nigga, get up out of here. You feel me? Like I ain't tripping. You feel me? But if I find out you in there beat the guts up, nigga playing with her booty and all that shit, now I'm some type of way, cuz you beat me to the punch.
Did he answer your question, Bobby? Did they answer your question sufficiently, or did you feel like they skirted it? Was it answered?
No, that was answered. They said they don't care, and their past is their past.
That's how
Right
you
on.
answer a question.
Do you,
these days.
Sade? Do you think they telling the truth? Do you think they don't care?
I don't think so. I think the number matters. So it depends on the number.
What if it's like 120 bi? Would you be mad? Would you say? Would you not say nothing?
No, I don't think the number matters personally.
Hey, check this out. I'm in that thing like new pussy.
Oh wow.
120.
I'm in that thing like new pussy.
So
I'm telling you. Come on, man. We grown here. You can't be mad at somebody for knocking. You don't know what she went through. You don't know she had it hard from the age 20 to 24. This is what she had to do to support her kids. Like, you can't hold that up to her. But when she with you, she faithful. Then that's what matters, man. I mean, they might be loose, but hey, we can get it together.
Hey, you can get that shit tightened up some way.
Hey, we can tighten it up some way. Hey, we can tighten it up some way. There's toys out there. Don't worry about it. We can get past.
Well, see, I don't know about all that, but go ahead, Bi. You got the final question. If you can ask a lady any question and get an honest answer, today is your day. So make it a good one.
Okay. My question to the ladies is, in a relationship, what do you guys consider 50-50?
Oh wait, no, it went out for me. What do you consider what?
No, because it's like not just
wait.
money, like in a relationship, because you know.
You got to start over, Bi. You cut out. You got to start over.
I said in a relationship, ladies, what do you guys consider the 50-50? You know, like, is it just like what breaks it down to be 50-50 in a relationship?
I like that.
You talking monetary wise?
Not just money.
Let's say a man is maybe 50%.
You do the dishes, I do the floor. You feel me? You clean, you vacuum, I go do the lawn. I go pay a bill, you go, you feel me, help the kids do their homework. Like, do you guys consider, like, because females, to me, they like to put a lot on the man's plate. They love to put a lot on the man's plate. I understand we men, and then we supposed to take that, nigga, but at the end of the day, these females, man, they want you to do a lot, and they not.
All right, ladies, you got to answer. And Sade, if you want to answer and jump off, I understand. I know you said you got to go, but this is the last question. Either way you go, what do you consider 50-50?
I think if you're in a relationship and you have a good understanding of each other, then it's like we're gonna do what it takes to get it done. So if I cook, you clean. If if I go pay the bills, you wash the cars. Like, we just come to an agreement, and if we're together, then we have an understanding. So.
But would you do that? Would you pay the bill and let me wash the car?
Yeah, we just get it done.
Okay.
for sure. We do somewhere, Sade. I mean, you do somewhere.
We just taking care of shit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Real
talking about. Let's
real
just take
people
care.
take
Let's
the
knock
risk.
all this shit out.
Yep.
Let's just take care of it. Yeah, I like that one.
That's funny.
What do
Go
you
ahead,
think,
Bobby.
Bobby?
Bobby finna
Bye,
lay on.
Bye. Yeah.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, she.
Bobby
Bye.
finna. Hold on, Bobby. I
She
gotta.
leaving?
Hold on, Bobby. I gotta light my blunt.
You leaving, Sade?
For real.
Well, I can stay on a few more minutes.
Okay, well this the last go
Okay, pose
around
the question
anyway.
one more time. What is it? What is considered 50-50?
Yeah, in a relationship to you, like you know.
Okay, and so to me personally, 50-50 is. Oh crap. Okay, yeah. To me personally, me also, like I said, expecting the man to be the provider. Yeah, 50-50
So you expect the man to be the
is
provider?
me. I do, but I also know what I come with. So like also, while he's handling bills, I have like play money or whatever. Not play money for me, like whatever. So I have the family vacation money. I have we want to paint this room money or whatever. Like all the extracurriculars, kids sports, blah 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 blah. That's usually what I cover in a relationship, while he's making sure whatever
Now, you
the
don't
rent
think
or
that's
whatever
wrong, like
necessities.
because we want
No,
to spend
'cause
our
what
money on
happens
something
again?
fun. Like I want to spend.
No.
I want to just feel
So
like I'm
this is
going to
what I
work
think.
every day.
Absolutely not, and you shouldn't. So here's what happens. I believe there's the money for the house that we come to an agreement on how that's allocated. And then what's left, that's yours. What's left over is yours, and I have no say-so over what you do with your money. In the same way that, hey, we come to an agreement about what's happening with these dollars that I bring in, and then a part of this percentage goes to me. And so it's not about just him having this heavy this heavy workload where the only thing he's living for is to pay bills. That's not any way to live. Again, I know what I bring to the table, and because I normally absolve a man of so much other obligation, yeah, I do. The compensation would be financially, because there's nothing else to worry about in my household. I cover everything else.
Was that a good answer for you, B.I.?
B.I. watching cartoons.
It's smoking. Yeah, he good.
Was that a good answer for you?
Yeah, that was good. That was a good answer. You know, I kind of like that was a typical answer. You feel me? Like,
Uh-oh, he might be getting a phone call. You getting a phone call?
yeah, I keep getting phone calls, man. My shit blowing up.
Man, you you a busy man. What was you saying? That's a typical answer?
That was just a typical answer from a female. Like most females, that's what they want. They want you to. Yes, they gonna come in there and fill in a couple blanks.
See, I think when this I don't even know if I'm talking over him.
Most females.
You breaking up a lot. You getting 10 phone calls at a time.
My phone keep ringing. I'm sorry, y'all.
I know. After this, I need an autograph. What was you saying?
All I was saying is.
Damn. There it goes.
And everything, and she just, filling the. That's not 50-50 to me. Filling in the blank. I want you to sweat with me.
So no, not feeling. That's what I'm saying. People talk about 50-50, but then it always comes down to money, and there's so much more to a relationship than just the money. And so people tend to like nut up because like, you expect me to pay for all this stuff, but if you're not doing the rest of it that's holding this family together, how are you doing more work just because you are putting in more money? It's a lot more to a relationship. And this is me coming off a 10-year marriage. There's so much more in the relationship than just the money.
Pay more than just money, man. And it has, like I said, get out here and mow this lawn with me. You feel me? I'm gonna come up
If
there.
you're also not mowing the lawn, not the one mowing the lawn. Like, what is the issue?
It's a lot more to a relationship, and especially when you guys live together and got a house and all of these bills and kids, and you still gotta understand, you gotta keep your other happy while doing it. So you're not gonna be keeping me happy if I gotta pay all these damn bills, coming home, listening to your mouth, and I'm laying down. Like, that's not gonna keep me happy.
But I'm saying, so that's an assumption that you're also listening to mouth, and while you're trying to lay down, I'm not about that either. Like I said, I believe in letting a man, if he's doing all of that, he's entitled to certain things. One of those things are peace in his home. And so again, I know what I'm presenting, therefore I can have that as a requirement. I do a whole lot in my relationship.
And
this shit is fire. I ain't never had this in my life.
Oh, goodness. On the next soapbox, we will be talking about Whataburger versus In-N-Out.
Ooh, that mother. What's that?
Fuck In-N-Out. In-N-Out is trash.
All right, well, look, I don't want to get into the In-N-Out Whataburger because you Texans be wanting to murder people over Whataburger, so I'm just going to leave the Whataburger alone.
It ain't that serious, but In-N-Out is trash.
Yeah, but that's it, everybody. We're going to go ahead and end it. Who all on the line still so you can let everybody know where to find you?
Man, it's your boy B.I., man, Taryn, man. Y'all can find me in Cali. Y'all can find me anywhere. H-Town now, you feel me? Megan, you know. Hey. I ain't got social media. Taryn Daniels.
You got to talk louder.
All I got is Facebook, Taryn Daniels. No Snapchat, no Instagram. And make sure y'all do my speed challenge too on Facebook.
What's your speed challenge on Facebook?
How fast can you get away from the police?
So you got to, I saw that. You turned around and jumped the gate. I think you did it. You was lagging a little bit. They'd have caught you by the ankle. So yeah, check out.
I was lagging a lot of bit.
All right, so check out his speed challenge on Facebook. Again, you said that's Taryn Daniels on Facebook.
Yep.
All right, and if you need somebody for your party or for your show, if you need some talent, if you need somebody famous, go ahead and holler at me. Why I gotta do your job?
Man, man, if y'all ever want a celebrity, anybody, appearance, come to a party, weddings, clubs, grand openings, holler at me, man. I'll get the president if you got enough money.
All right, Sade, you want to let everybody know where they can find you if you want to be found?
I kind of don't want to be found.
All right. Well, everybody, that was Sade. Sade, thank you for coming. Bobby G, you want to let everybody know where they can find you? That's if you want to be found as well.
I do want to be found, and so you can find me on Instagram and I think every other social platform as Right On Bobby G, WRITEONBOBBIG.
Right On
Bobby, you got
Bobby
any books?
G.
You wrote any books or something like that?
Fuego, that's my debut novel. Yes, Fuego. That's my debut novel.
When does it come out?
It's already dropped. I'm working on the sequel called Inferno.
Okay, I'm gonna go check it out. What I buy it? Barnes and Noble?
Barnes and Noble, any online retailer.
All right, I'll support the cause, man. I had a good time with y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite.
And thanks everybody for coming. This has been Soapbox Heroes. Tomorrow we're going to be talking to Simone Simmons. She's going to be talking about child support and how to collect it. She's a national expert on collecting child support, and we're going to be talking about her book, Deadbeats versus Dead Broke, and so on. We're going to get into that. But once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. This has been Soapbox Heroes. We'll catch you guys later.
Making beautiful look easy is what she does. Follow Ashley Hutchins on Facebook or Instagram. catering, contact Cali Food Pros for some of the best food in Southern California. Service with a smile. If you need a certified carpet cleaning, contact Optimum Cleaning Services. Not only do they do carpet, they do so much more. For the most delectable cheesecake you ever had in your life, contact the Sir Charles Cheesecake Co., only using the best of ingredients. For any real estate questions, contact Natasha French at Coast to Coast Home Consultants. And any ladies out there, if you need any advice on being an entrepreneur or real estate, go ahead and look at her page, Stiletto Entrepreneur. If you need it, they got it. Right there downtown Riverside at Harris Family Thrift. And if you need to be moved, contact them for that too. Harris Family Moving Service. Be sure to go to your app store and download Dash Radio. Make sure you tune in to Friendly Fire Radio on Fridays and check out Tawan Corey Carr. And you can catch me on Fridays at 5 o'clock Central on KCOH 92.9 HD on your FM dial with the legendary Ralph Cooper, where we discuss sports, social issues, and all type of topics. Tune in. I guarantee you'll love it. Thank you for watching Soapbox Heroes. Without you, we're nothing. See you next week.
Thank you guys for watching. Check us out the rest of this week and next week. I know I got a little bit of technical difficulties with my green screen, but I'm having fun. Oh, see you guys later. Hey, invite a couple people. Let a